world of life? Don't you understand what you have to do? You know what you have to do. Don't sit there and act like you don't. Okay? You know what you have to do. We all know. You have a pleasure, dude, sitting around. You don't know what the flesh is gonna do. You don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna look at you, and he's gonna be like, Mother, please, give me milk. Please, give me milk, please. You're gonna sit there and look at him, and you're gonna be like, but you're gonna get talking to him, God.
I want to be sorry.
Your hair changes.
I'm so startled. You're a bondulance.
What is my life?
Sign me up.
For every child.
Let me leave, don't pass that. Sorry, Mum. You're the fastest asshole in the West.
Have you won with?
By the time they want to see my ass, I'll be miles away.
When will you wear wigs?
Oh, good Lord, I'm covered in piss.
Don't you hate it when you go to pick a shirt for the day, but none of them show just how grim and cult you are? What you need is the new limited edition Albzargle logo t-shirt. Show your friends, family, loved ones, and mortal enemies that you are the truest black metal fan ever. This new product from Albzargle isn't just for showing off to your friends, it can be used in a variety of ways. Use it for removing dirt and grime. Board game nights. A trendy hat. Finding love? And when you're just so angry the darkness takes hold of you. Comes in multiple colors, including black, obsidian, jet, onyx, void, midnight, the prospect of anyone under 35 being able to afford a mortgage, and more. This is a limited edition run of 100 shirts, so if you want to get one, follow the information on screen now. Buy now and receive a free carriage clock. Don't wait, buy today.
Please note that this was a joke and we will not be shipping carriage clocks with the purchase of these t-shirts or any other kind of merch we may end up doing in the future. Seriously, who stocks carriage clocks? Nobody has carriage clocks anymore. They're massive, literally the size of a carriage, and that's pretty big if you think about it. I can't remember the last time I saw a carriage, let alone a clock. We do not recommend any of the alternate uses of the shirts except maybe as a duster, and hold no responsibility for anyone who's fucking stupid enough to do it. Literally everything we said in this advert is absolute bollocks. How do you think I feel? I've had to read all this shit. I haven't seen the sun in so long. Seriously, I've been in prison and forced to read these ads super fast. If anyone can hear me, please help. I've left clues throughout this video. I need salvation. Hey, Skip's still vegan.
Hello. Hi, it is me, Vex Cyberpunk Antifa Lesbian. I am here. I've changed my audio fucking settings, so my mic should be a decent volume straight away instead of being halfway down the fucking slider. So today I had no fucking clue. I had no fucking clue what to do for stream today. Like, I know it's like cyberpunk theme day. I mean, like, my whole stream's fucking cyberpunk theme, so like I feel like I don't have to stick to that theme on a single day. But like, my brain is fuzzy, so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna, I was like, I want to either play something where I can build shit, or we'll power wash stuff. And the games that I was looking at where I was like, hey, I'd be able to build shit, I don't have yet. I thought I did. I don't have them. They're on my wish list. So I was like, well, in that case, we're power washing. So I will preface this by saying, so this is the first time we played Power Wash Sim 2 on stream, but I'm not at the beginning of the game because I've been playing it casually while watching other people's streams and like listening to stuff. So so we are part way into the game. When we go over to the game screen, I'll show you. Oh, before we do that, Jester, Danganronpa 2 X2. It's basically, they've remastered the second Danganronpa. And they're re-releasing it. And one of the things that they're adding on top of the original Danganronpa 2 is an alternate story mode where all the killers and the victims are all different. So it's a completely new, like, so like there's one thing and it branches out into a completely separate, like, what if storyline of whatever. The reason I thought of it is because, like, I've been watching Jay play on her stream. She's just got to the bit on Danganronpa 2 and she's like, and she was streaming it last night going, oh, we're in the spoilers for anyone. I mean, there's only me and you here. But she was like, oh, we're at the trial for, we're investigating Nagito's death, and then there's the trial. Oh, so hopefully we finish it today. I'm like, nope. No, you don't. Wait for the fuckery to begin. But spent the entire time reiterating what a fucking little dweeb Nagito is. So she's just starting the point that I didn't say it on stream yesterday, so I'm saving it for her stream tonight. The bit that I affectionately call Danganronpa Literature Club. You like why? He gives me like I said in stream, he gives me the vibes of, like, maybe I'm biased. So does he. They all fucking suck as people. And the only characters that seem like halfway decent people are maybe Kaede in the third one, and again, fucking, oh god, what's his face? Again in the third one, the investigation dude. I was gonna say, like, at certain points in the first one, Kyoko seems passable. But, like, I much prefer her anime version than, like, her game version. Because, like, that conversation we were having, he knows you. What's wrong with Ibuki? Teru can go and fuck off. Like, everyone else you've got on the list, I don't know what... I mean, Mahiru, I mainly remember Mahiru as Game Grumps playthrough, so whenever I see her face, I don't remember any of her actual lines. I just remember, just what the heck is going on here? And that's all that I remember of her. Ibuki, I feel like they were playing up her ADHD, like, too much. So I feel like if she was a real person written properly, she'd be the coolest thing ever. But because of the way they write, so I'm hoping in 2X2, because they're approaching, it's a new story, approaching it from with modern perspectives, maybe they'll change that shit, right? I'm hoping, at least. Yeah. And Chiaki was good because she was just like quiet, and then whenever you talk to her, she'd just be like, I believe in you. I'm gonna go and play stuff. Which I'm like, yeah, mood. But so yeah, so when 2X2 comes out, we're gonna play that on stream just so we can go through and be like, oh, you fuckers. So yeah, Mikan, I'm hoping that they don't do as much of that shit with her. Like, she was, yeah, again, like we were talking about in conversations before, you can tell the era that these games fucking came out and for what audience they came out for. So, like we said, the anime does do the story way better. Right, I'm jumping into the game screen. I'm in the corner. Oops. I'm not in the corner. There we go. I think it'll be the same. It was her, like her big thing. I reckon I reckon they'll probably keep the clumsiness. The whole panty shot thing might be they might, I don't know. We shall see. Yeah, so yes, I do have you on the other monitor. So cats! And you can pet the cats. Ulysses! No one knows about the things you do. That's a fucking reference. I don't know if anyone remembers the fucking cartoon Ulysses 31. Where it was like a space thing. Right, so, we've got a bunch of... I've been doing the thing of buying furniture and then just scattering it around in the room downstairs. The traditional dancer, yeah, I'm hoping, like, she'll probably be as annoying as she was last time. She's a fucking little twat, but let's clean a guitar. Yeah, so I have got further in this game than like it just being the start, just because of the fact that, like I say, I've been playing it all cash like. This would fucking ruin a guitar, but whatever. I'm not going to question the way the game works. Go to the 1 or V3, fair enough. I like Gundam Tanaka. He's fun. Futuristic side table. Let's do that one. I almost spawned it in my own legs. That's a futuristic table. I don't know where the fuck that's going to go. So we'll wash this, put it somewhere random, and then we're going to do... Pecco, yeah. Apart from when she went fucking mad and started being like, oh, by the way, I'm Sailor Moon now. It's like, I was Googling that last night going, wait, which one of them went mad and thought she was Sailor Moon? Because for some reason I convinced myself it was Sonya. I'm like, well, that's not right, because I'm pretty sure the one that did that got executed. And Sonya's at the end, so why... I also, hey Krill. I also spent last night on Jay's stream, apart from yelling that Nagito is a fucking bastard, man. Also yelling at Kazuichi for being a fucking incel. Because he's a creepy little bastard. He wasn't as bad at first, but then, like, at the very beginning. But then as soon as he's like, oh, Sonya, blah, 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 blah. Step on me, blah. I'm like, dude, fucking time and a place. Then I forgot Akane just goes fucking... Yeah, I forgot Akane goes fucking weird in that last thing as well, where they're like, oh, how could Nagito have done this to himself? And she's like, maybe he tied himself up with his dick. And you're like, what? Pardon? What do you mean, Akane? That's not a thing people can do. Oh yeah, Kazuichi being like that, it was a... Ugh. You got out of bed today. Well, that's good. Took me a while as well. That's a window, right? Yeah, fuck it. Table can go there. Right. Enough furniture. I don't give a shit about the furniture. Let's go and do a job. We've got the room up here where we've got local... Oh, okay. Beyond weird. Aliens or big tech? Garden gnome mystery eludes experts. Where do they come from? That's the job that we just did. With the cats on the little thing. The Canadian. The town with no cats. Muckingham, population 121,354. Cat population 0. I mean, I've got 3. Binny Smalls to launch a new album, Bins and Toast. Beloved Power Washer legend opens up new shop. Hey, that's us. Oh, we can read them. Oh shit. I didn't know we could do that. That was the situation the sleepy seaside town of Muckingham found itself in when, for 3 long weeks, it became one of the oddest places on Earth. Okay. Beyond weird, aliens or big tech. For the citizens of Caldera County, things got real weird. You've got news. Cool. When the local volcano, Mount Rushmore, suddenly lurched out of dormancy, UFOs were spotted flying out of the volcano's caldera, cats went missing en masse, and an ancient civilization was mysteriously unearthed on their doorstep. Some are theorizing that the whole thing might actually be due to the tech startups of Sponge Valley, even the UFOs themselves. Feel free to share in here or DM me if it's more of a sensitive topic. The Muckingham tribute. The Cake Man of St. Honours home at last. The story that we've all been following for the past week, and it's the most joyful of endings. Rusty Gasket, self-proclaimed Cake Man of St. Honours, or St. Honours, who went missing after getting lost in the national park, has returned alive and well-fed. Rusty, who ran into trouble during his latest cake run, drew gasps as he tore down Apple Avenue this morning, which may in part have been due to vital gleam of his mobility scooter. It is one magnificent thing seeing Rusty again, but the scooter looked simply magnificent, said a neighbour. It's just a shame he didn't have any cake left. Enigmatic man of mystery Blake Thrust. With the dust having literally settled from Mount Rushlice's brief and inexplicable foray out of dormancy. Sorry, my phone just went blah. I'm getting rid of all the. Go away. Colin Boston will have Lord of the Rings in August on that. Nice. That sounds fun. Say hi from me. What did the genius... wait. Who was Blake Thrust? What did the genius Maverick want in the volcano? Did he mean to destabilize it? Why did he allow Thrust Industries to be taken away from him? Unfortunately, we may never know. And then... what's that one? New County Mayor announced spectacular new Town of the Year competition. New Caldera County Mayor Jeff Jefferson XIII has wasted no time nestling into the hot seat, announcing an exciting new Town of the Year competition just days after being sworn into office. I had a bottle of... Here we go. I have a bottle of Coke I was just looking for. Not actual on-brand Coke. It is Kingsley Cola, which is like a UK brand. Promising an unrivaled but as yet undisclosed prize to the best town in Caldera County, it's sure to give everyone a boost. Here's the thing. Mine are nominated for Haircut of the Year. The hair industry was shocked to its bleach roots yesterday when a minor was nominated for the prestigious Delulu Hairstyle Award. Jesus fuck. Incredibly, Buddy Crenshaw only got his bangs due to a misbooking when an internationally renowned hairstylist was sent to his mind by mistake. Described as a cream horn melting into a mullet by its creator, the Gento-based barber A. Lummox, it's sure to turn heads. Let's hope it makes a cut. The the gemstones of the Muckingham Merman were sensationally stolen yesterday in a heist with which the new county mayor described as heinous, ingenious, and beyond the pale. Oh, one thing I should state, right? This is obviously continuing from the original Power Wash sim. Now, for anyone who didn't play the first game, spoilers for the storyline. But as you're power washing stuff, turns out that there's a thing happening, and the volcano is going to go off and destroy the town, and some time travelers come back in time in UFOs to help you uncover and clean up a big pyramid that then fires a laser at the volcano to turn it back into being dormant. And that's the end of the game. So currently, like what we've done so far in here is we've been setting up our new power wash shop. We've done a few jobs, and then the beam that was projecting at the volcano has disappeared because someone has stolen the gems from the Muckingham Merman that was firing the beam at the volcano. You've played the game, but what do you not remember that? Like, have you finished the game? I played it. Oh, and also there's an underlying mystery about gnomes keep turning up everywhere. So, and we're not entirely sure why. Yeah, there's an ending. County Mayor, this new County Mayor, Jeffiat. Yeah. There's a story. Provided that's how you get Ulysses the cat, because the cat belongs to this Jeff Jefferson guy because he's a prick and abandoned the cat. So we took in Ulysses, and Ulysses had kittens who are Bubble and Squeak, and I believe. Bubbles. Yeah, Bubbles and Squeak. So. Yeah, we did read that. So, you were too busy harassing your friend with a power washer. Fair enough. I don't know if the story is the same in, like, whether it follows that in co-op mode. I would presume so if you're doing the main jobs. New County Mayor, Jeff Jefferson the 13th. We've just, one of the jobs we just did was cleaning a house of this lawyer. And we were talking to him about, like, while we were doing it, our friend who helped run the business, Harper, whose board this is, was talking to him, the lawyer guy, via text to find out where we stand on, like, keeping Ulysses. Because Jefferson's like, oh, now I'm mayor, I want my cat back, because he's a prick. So, yeah. Rescuing security forces from the site of the Mucking Merman following unrest after the heist of its precious gemstones. Head of security Joe Average stated, he just did what anyone would do. Anyone with a brilliant mind and access to a state-of-the-art airship, that is. In related news, no evidence for recovery of the gems has been forthcoming, with authorities seemingly resigned to the likelihood that they have probably already been smuggled out of the county. Yeah, that's the last you'll see of them, continued Joe. The game theory video where he's like, oh, everything's getting dirty because of the volcano. Yeah, that's what was happening. Jeff Jefferson, gerrymandering more like, in a sensational new development, new county mayor Jeff Jefferson the 13th has literally redrawn the map of Caldera County, placing the world-renowned but now jewelless Muckingham Merman statue within the boundaries of rival town Turgento, whilst depriving local farms vital access to the Calacalama River. It was good news for the residents of East Bucketon, though, who suddenly found themselves within the salubrious district of Upper Washingham, adding thousands to their property values. I'm not happy, said a resident of Upper Washingham. I am, said one from East Bucketon. Science Mad. Who were the pacifists? Since their discovery deep within the Maukaitu desert, the mysterious civilization behind these curious artifacts has been the subject of a million memes. But behind all the jokes, there are genuine anomalies which have thus far baffled science. The curious statue, which has become lovingly known to locals as the Muckingham Merman, has issued a constant beam from a large gemstone in its forehead since its unearthing. No one knows how it is doing this or even why. It isn't anymore. That's the problem we're having. Yeah. And then we've been unlocking these little models and stuff. So, because we did a campsite, we did a car that looks like a dog, we did the bandstand, we did the gas station, road sweeper, a toilet that sort of like pops up out of the ground, Art Deco house, the removals van, the billboard, the airship, the cement mixer, the teapot tea room. The stone circle is the one that I just did. The farm, mobility scooter, shooting gallery. Oh, I wondered what the fuck the B was. And then the Naveau house. That's the one that we were talking to the lawyer. So, what jobs have we got currently? So, the current one is the rock climbing park. So we're going to go there. As if the Spring Festival wasn't enough, DG, oh, that's us apparently. As if the Spring Festival wasn't enough, DG, the powers that be at Muckingham Council have gone all in on this newfangled Town of the Year competition and asked that we increase the availability of fitness resources within the recreational grounds. Nim, 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 nim. I did suggest that a cessation of lawn cutting would increase friction and provide cost-free resistance training, but to no avail. That's my excuse for not doing the garden at my house. It's to provide resistance training and rewilding. But then Deputy Warden Indy nudged me hard on the shoulder and showed me something extraordinary on their handheld picture slab. A complete handheld picture slab. A complete outdoor climbing gym available for an absolute steal. This should keep the outdoorasaurs busy. Outdoorasaurs. So, to the recreation ground. Oh, and one thing. Ooh, we get the abseil thing. So, we've got a couple of things, right? Oh, nice. So we've got one thing is, like, with this, we've got a couple of new washers, because obviously in the original you had like this one and you had that one, but now we also have this thing, which is like a dishy guy. You just walk around with it. And it just does like flat surfaces. It's almost uncanny, ain't it, Dirt Finder? How in keeping with Muckingham this facility is. Don't know why he's got this voice. It's almost like it's been commissioned specially for us and not purchased from a bankrupt Hawaiian theme park. Do 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 do. And what I do normally, what I've been doing is just sort of going in and using this for like all the, because it's a lot stronger as well, especially when stuff's like caked on. It gets rid of stuff easier. My leg. Doo-doo. The Swirl Force 100. Yeah, basically I've just been, and my brain's been like, I can't think, no good today. I've just been going, okay, well, I'll go and power wash stuff. The problem is I don't have an actual power washer, and half the time when I wake up, my sleeping pattern is fucked as well. So it's not like the right time to be able to go outside and power wash actual things anyway. Doop doop. Ding. And the good thing is, like, it'll go on any flat surface, so it's just like, whop! So you can just do this. It'll, like, contour. Oh, stroke. So it is a bit... You've got more tools at your disposal in this one than the original. I will say that sometimes if you walk too fast with this, it does miss things sometimes. You have to, like, go over it again. Ah, my arm! And my arm started cramping for some reason. Although this does remind me that I need to do what I was saying about with stream stuff, right? Where I was talking about doing the channel point things where sorry, my spine. Where we've got the posture check and like the drink and eat, and I will probably also have one that's press save, press save, press save. Because that would come in handy. Because I'm never good at that. This is one reason why I'm glad this has auto-saving. Ow. I walked into a thing. Get away, rocks. That is the only thing, though, with this. It's very, like, if you go too far, it just goes, what? You mean wall now? I'm like, no, I don't mean wall now. It's like, do you mean wall now? No, I didn't mean wall now. Well, I'm going to go on the wall now. Stop going on the wall, you stupid thing. I thought you wanted me to go on the wall. No, I don't want you to go on the wall. Give me a wall. Get off the wall. Ma, that weird cat's here again. Hello, I'm here. Can I go on your wall? No. Get off my wall. Ah! I forgot that would do that. Let's clean around that so we don't get kidnapped by that again, because I'm not ready to go up yet. Because we first got to use that on the billboard, which I was sort of doing while listening to Mac was doing another stream on one of Mac's Blueprints streams that I think we raided into. So then while Mac was playing Blueprints, I was just listening to him do that. And then while she was doing Blueprints, I came and did and washed a billboard. I've been trying to persuade them to do a collab stream talking about like ARGs and shit at some point, but we shall see. Because I've been like, look, you like ARGs, here's a bunch. So most of the people I talk to when I get on this, they're like, oh, you're on your code solving bullshit again, aren't you? I'm like, yes, because it's fun. Let me solve and make codes. Please. I want code solving. And code making and weird shit. And attach it to weird spooky stuff. I was also like talking to Mac and explaining the way I did the Albzargle like screen projection stuff, where to get it all suitably fucked up, what I did was I made the stuff that we'd use on the projector. I edited it together in like a video program, burned it to a DVD, and then recorded that DVD to a VHS tape, and then dubbed that VHS tape to a second VHS tape, and then dubbed that back onto the first VHS tape. I've been through this before. And then dubbed that back onto the second, and then back onto the first, and then back onto the second about 5 times, and then used the VHS player to record it back into the computer, and then edited it some more. So then it's all like fucked up and analog and weird, but then I've been able to add the extra little digital bits of having the sigil back on top, because by the time the fuckedness had finished, the sigil scribble that's sort of animated in the middle of the screen is a bit harder to see. So I got the logo animation and a different part of the loop, and then digitally put that back on top of everything. So then it's like a clean looking version of it with the fucked up version underneath. I should probably use a normal washer for this, but I'm gonna do this. Fuck you, that's why. I'm using my dish on your cone. Hot. There's more ocean floor. I thought I cleared the ocean floor. Oh God, how much lava floor is there? Oh, it goes all the way round. Oh God. Yeah, so how is everyone? Oh, I am in the process of... The other thing I've been working on is editing that tier list thing that we did on Tuesday into an actual video. So far, I did end up recording like a little intro for it. Ooh, actually, can I?
Subtle caution.
Jesus. Then this one, can I change that? Or would it change the other? I'm probably better off. Yes. Sorry, I'm just working on something. Dealing with a tummy ache, also dealing with the knowledge that Denethor voices Crane. Huh. Fair enough. Media file. Add source. New source. Now, where would that be? It's in video. Ah, cool. No, I didn't put it there. I think I put it in raw footage. Yeah, there we go.
Henry slept with my wife.
Okay, the audio didn't come through for me. Let's mix it. I need to Henry. That needs to be monitor and output. Yeah. Okay, why is this not?
Henry slept with my wife. Henry slept with my wife.
Try to get it so it'll do full screen.
Henry slept with my wife. Henry slept with my wife.
I think I fucked it. Let's try that again. I know I should do this on fucking a different, like I should do this when not on stream, but fuck you, it's funny.
Henry slept with my wife.
And I need to fucking fix this again. There we go. I'll fix it in a bit. Yeah, so basically, when I was doing the edit, right, of the tier list, I was like, had the intro where I explained the premise and like, oh yeah, we did this on stream. And then I thought, you know what, let's make it into a YouTube video. So that's why it's a YouTube video now. Here it is. Enjoy. And then I was like, oh, I need an actual transition. I don't like a transition media thing. I don't want like my usual stinger. And then I remembered the Icarus fucking videos, like with that, and I just remembered Henry slept with my wife. Burn. So I was like, yes, there we go. That's the one. That's what I need. I've also got James murdered my dog, and Thomas has cholera. And I also re-downloaded the Tom Scar and Friends one that I took the audio cow from, so I can use the video clip of cow. Wash this knob. Ooh, it's a bumpy knob. In fact, I'm gonna swap guns. So I've been doing that. And also with the video essay stuff that I've been working on, I've got to a point where I need to look at some, for the video essay, I need to look at some gameplay stuff. Luckily, a truck drove past and dropped a copy. So I am going to return that, but I figured, hey, this is useful. So I'm going to figure out that as well. Volcano type of this boulder park is a classic stratovolcano, just like Rushless. Highly explosive with fast lava flow that doesn't travel far before cooling, leading to those classic steep banks. Ooh. Just realized I can clean this bit of floor. Let's clean the floor. Cleaning the floor. Let's clean the floor. Cleaning the floor. Oh, the other thing that I put in the edit that I've got to so far in the tier list was got to a bit where I'm like, oh, this has 941 images, so we may take a while, so I added
subtle foreshadowing.
Because yeah. Oh, it did appear. My preview of the stream is like delayed by a significant amount. I missed a bit. Palm Tree Island. It's better than the Blue Apron Murder one. Boop boop doop doop. Blue Apron would never sponsor me. Apart from the fact that I'm in the UK and I don't think we have Blue Apron here. We had a call. What am I doing later? Probably, I'll be hanging around online for a little bit, to do... I'll probably try and work on that edit a bit more that I was talking about. And, later on I'm going to jump into Jay's stream to watch her finish Danganronpa 2. But between that, it's like, because that doesn't start until like fucking 3 a.m. my time, so what time is it? It's 10, so I'll be free to just hang around and talk shit, so I can jump in Discord chat or whatever. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, clean the leaves. Did you have a specific idea? I still need to crash trucks with you at some point. I don't know. I'm guessing that doesn't... Whoops. I won't have an in-game chat. Hey. But I think my Discord chat works fine when I'm audio only. Doo-ba-doo, clean the leaves. I did clean that one. Ah! 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 I'm falling off the leaf! Okay, so that tree is clean, right? Yes. Sounds good. Nah, random shit. Do a tier list, almost stupid. Ah, fair. Hello, mister. I didn't see you there. Let's clean this thing. I'm gonna clean a bean. Clean the bean. Clean the bean. Anish Kapoor would be very mad. He's the one that made the bean, right? And gave it like a pretentious title and then got really mad when everyone just kept calling it the bean. And he's like, this makes me so offended, I don't want to share my black. How dare you? I'm so offended that I've copyrighted the concept of a colour. Because I'm Anish Kapoor and you should feel sorry for me. Art? Ha! That's merely a commodity to be sold. Or at least that's the impression he's given. I could be... I don't know. I was going to say I could be wrong, but then again, like, any artist, like, copywriting a fucking colour is probably not doing that for the sake of the art. Doopy doopy doo. As he doesn't sue people for saying the name of the colour. It's Vanta Black, isn't it? We're going to go back over the knobbly bits. Oh, Stuart Semple, yeah. He's like, oh, here's the pinkest pink and the brightest neons and stuff like that. And he's like, oh yeah, anyone can own it unless you are Anish Kapoor. He's the only one that's not allowed this. Boop. Cleaning a Cleaning a volcano. The volcano. Do you all remember the fucking thing where there was like the volcano in Iceland, I think it was, that fucked everyone out, like all the planes over for a while? Ah, my legs. Give me a ladder. I can use a ladder. Cleaning the lid. I don't think I've ever heard it being called the lid of a volcano. Wait, is it? No, lip. Lip of a volcano. That's the word I'm looking for. Fucking lid. How do you stop a volcano from erupting? Oh, just tighten the lid. Silly girl. Broke my legs. Broke them again. That'd be easier, to be honest. Where else is this not clean? Oh, there. Clean. Clean the hold. Please. There we go. Oh, pick up the fucking ladder. Okay. I think. Nope. You. It's a bird. I'm gonna have fucking flashbacks. Right, I think that's that volcano done. Cool. Time to do more floor. This thing's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Neom. 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 That's a foot. Excuse me, I'm just cleaning your toes. Fuck. Slurp, slurp. What lovely feet. Or whatever that guy says. I don't, like, is he from Expedition 33, I think, maybe? A fucking dude that's like, what lovely feet. I mean, that's... I mean, to be fair, that is Quentin Tarantino.
Man of women's feet on telly. Me, Quentin Tarantino.
It's what Quentin Tarantino sounds like.
I directed Pulp Fiction. My favourite part of Kill Bill was the bit with the coffin because of the feet. So says me, Quentin Tarantino. You call me Quento because of how much I love toes. Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. Oh, God. Whereas Hawaii, as you know, is full of shield volcanoes. I did not know that. They have a slow flow rate and are less explosive, leading to gentle slopes what cover a wider area. Frankly, if I saw this at a Hawaiian theme park, I'd demand a refund. Ain't fair. That is fair. What was the question mark about? Was it the slobbery noises? I was making a foot-licking joke. Question why we were making slurp sounds for feet. Because, like, sucking toes. That's why. That's a tail. Stop it. Sorry, another call. Forgot to hit send. Ugh. I wouldn't suck this guy's toes. I mean, look at them. They're dirty. That and he's a great big dinosaur. Ah. Let's... Thing. Shall we clean the lizard? We haven't done these trees yet. We should probably do them first. As we're working our way around. Also, Jester, don't yuck someone's yum. Unless they're like, I like lolicon, in which case, yeah, judge them hard. Fuck those guys.
You don't understand anime.
Well, you don't understand that you're a fucking nonce. You do, you just like denying it. Anyway. I need to clean this tree. Oh, we got the island. And the thing. I just realised we've been through an advert and I completely forgot to call that out to people. I wasn't slurping the reptile toes. I was making a joke about it. I'm more of a furry than a scaly. But that, and I was making the noise that the fucking power washer would make, like going over his feet. Where the fuck did that ladder go? Are you over there, you prick? Let me up! Huh! Ow. I know you're not being serious. I'm just being defensive. I fell off a tree. Right, okay, now I'll try and climb on it again. Doop, 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 doop. The gnome! The gnome! There we go. You know what we should watch some point for the movie night? Country Bear Club. The Country Bears movie. It says Nova. Bears. I need people to see how fucking weird that film is. Okay, cool. I mean, I think you kind of already you saw the twist of Christopher Walken's character at the end already, I think, but it's the getting there. Just the one kid being like, why are none of you paying attention? He's a bear! That's what's different about him. And they're all like, don't be mean to your brother. It's like, what do you mean? They could have kidnapped him and hidden him in the basement at the top of the, could have hidden him in a dingy basement at the top of a building. Yeah, no worries. Just come and hang out when you're done. Like, all I'm doing is chatting bullshit anyway.
Officer, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Ah! Officer Dad got me. Well, you know what I could do? That. Oh, you just popped in an assassinate. Fair enough. We're trying to clean trees. Now, with this climbing thing, I don't know whether you're supposed to be able to climb the trees. I guess so, if they're solid enough that we can stand on the top of the fucker. Boot. I didn't do anything. I've been hired to clean the tree. Because it's part of this big climbing thing that they got from a bankrupt Hawaii themed park. And they've just installed it in the in the local park thing. So I'm presuming this was the park that they bought it from was at the other side of the volcano. In the area, like before we fired the giant laser at it and stopped it from erupting, so it got covered in dirt that way. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. So I don't know. So what the plan is so far, currently, bleh, is we're working. The scissor lift, I forgot about that. So we're working our way around the edge and doing the floor bits. And then we're going to work our way up the big. Up the big. That's the plan. Do the edges, then up the big. Bing. Right, so that's the tree done. Nice. Let's clean this guy. Oh, it's a Dimetrodon. Excuse me. Let's get in between your toes. And under your chin. Those eyes are way, like, bigger than I thought they'd be. There's a free cam mode, and I've, like, where you don't have to move your head when you're washing, and I can't for the life of me remember what it is. We could, you got recommended a Morrowind-inspired furry erotica game. Keeps bullshit dice. You hope it keeps bullshit dice roll mechanics, Morrowind, and esoteric stat bullshit. I mean, yeah, fair. What? Gonna wash you from your nose to the back of your head. Behind the ears. Rest of your eye. There we go. He's got a clean face. Clean the sail. Sail. Sail clong.
Give his belly a little tickle.
Give his toes a quick rinse again. Hello, hello, senor. Kevin just appeared from my... Into combat and both was terrible. Tonsuring me? What's tonsuring? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like something to do with my tonsils, and I was like, joke's on you, buddy. I don't have any. Joke's on you, girl. I have no tonsils. There's a bit of Vex lore for you. Yeah, when I was like... What age? Fucking... 7 or 8, something like that. When I was little, anyway. No, it would have been before that, like maybe 5, 6. Little child age. No. I would always get tonsillitis, and I kept getting tonsillitis really badly. And it got to a point that the tonsillitis was so bad that basically I couldn't breathe. So they were just like, nah, you don't need those tonsils, yoink. Which then came in handy because like I remember at school, like one of my school friend group, like everyone came to school with tonsillitis and everyone having to stay away from him, except for me, because I'm like, I'm immune because I can't get tonsillitis if I don't have any fucking tonsils. So I could hang out. So we could still hang out. So that was fine. Don't know if that's technically how that would work, but it seemed to work for us, so. Why are you giving me a monk haircut? Just because your name is Monk E. Using the Swirl 100. Oh. The edge. I found the edge. I've been to the edge and I've been to the edge. Yes, I've been to the edge. Flow with the flow, you sound just like what we need to clean up after our roller discophia. Let's go here and buckets. Jesus fuck. What have you been doing in your roller disco? Hey, that's gonna take a while. Lord knows if I look down, look down. That was a song on the Eiffel 65 album, Europop. Which was a fucking great album. For the sale joke. Oh. Yeah, Europop was a great album. Like, everyone always remembers Blue by Eiffel 65. But none of their other, like, awesome songs. So, like, My Console is the one that I always mention. Which was the one about PlayStation games. That was on the UK exclusive version of the album. And there was Move Your Body was the other single that they did that I thought was like, I thought was better than Blue, to be honest. There was let's see. There was Too Much of Heaven on that album. There was which one was I just singing? The Edge. But yeah, like I kind of want to make an album of like Eiffel 65 Europop style dancey shit. That'd be fun. You wish you knew how to steal/recruit an animator. Yeah. I don't know any animators. Still need to work on like so much fucking script shit. Gonna wash this little cone with my disc. Polishing a knob with a disc. Okay, stop. It's not working. It didn't like my joke. Where's that connected? Oh, over there. Right. Got enough writers / scripters, honestly, for now. Yeah, fair. That is fair for that project. I mean, I've got that. I've got the fucking video. That was my oxygen tank. I filled it with cocaine. No. It was actually a bottle of Coke. Or Kingsley Cola. I need to have a look at the script stuff that we were working on. I need to look at fucking Burst Angel abridged script and start doing work on that. And make the, and script out using the little footage from the beginning as like a teaser. I also need to... The 2 projects that we're working on, yeah. And then I also need to finish my video essay script, but I've got to the point where I needed a game to fall off the back of a van, and conveniently it did that yesterday, so I can do that. I can finish working on that. What am I doing? Why am I using... I've got so... and I'm video editing the tier list thing at the minute, as well as a Stardew Valley game play thing for some of my friends. Radiated Platypus, Omasumi, and Coco. And as part of that, because Platty said, he was like, oh no, my my OBS didn't record my game audio, and I was like, oh, don't worry, I'll figure that out. So what I'm doing is overdubbing everything with my own voice to make the noises. I need to actually start working on it, because I was gonna do it in DaVinci and then tried to, yesterday I think it was, or the day before, tried to upgrade DaVinci and instead accidentally uninstalled the what ended up happening was I uninstalled the previous version, but then the new version didn't install properly, so I need to fix that. So I may just end up doing it in Sony Vegas instead, because that's the one that I'm already used to. Because that's what I've ended up, I ended up swapping to for the tier list video as well. Ma! Hear Dave yelling from the other room. Summon them from Blue Sky and grab as many furries as possible. The problem would be, like, finding people with the fucking time. Which is why, at least for, like, the Burst Angel abridged thing, I was basically working in the vain hope that what I could do is, because it's already got fucking all the animation done, all I have to do, it's not like, so for the score stuff, I was already like, okay, well, I'll adapt some of the original score, but then a lot of it I can just fucking do myself. The scripting and shit, like, I can do with advice from you and others. It's mainly like voice acting shit that I need people for. And then my original idea of who I wanted to voice act is sort of like ended up different, because I was like, oh, well, actually, if I voice act this other character, then A, it means I can do the teaser by myself, but also B, that character does a lot of yelling, and I don't know about anyone else voice acting, but what with being a metal vocalist, I am very comfortable with yelling. So I know for a fact that I'll be able to do that without hurting myself. Finding people with time is the easiest part. Yeah, fair point. Bing! Bum, 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 bum. Fuck off, Crazy Frog. I fucking hate that song. I fucking despise Crazy Frog. Hot take. Hot take. I fucking hate that little thing. With a passion. For any of you, like, going, oh, but, like, Crazy Frog's a funny meme. No. I remember that shit when it first came out, and it fucking, like, it was so fucking overplayed. I fucking, to this day, I cannot stand the fucker. Like, he is an annoying little rat bastard, and I will... Oops. And I will never understand how anyone enjoys Crazy Frog. I know earlier I said don't yuck someone's yum, but that's the only yum I'm yucking. Is Crazy Frog. How can anyone enjoy that? Again, like, I fully understand that I mean, it's slightly, my hatred of Crazy Frog is slightly more rational than my hate of the little kid in the Vine that says Hurricane Katrina. Because I fully admit that one makes the hatred I feel for that kid makes no fucking sense. And the weird thing is, like, I don't dislike him in other fucking Vines that he's done. It's purely in that one that I'm like, oh, like, fucking, I want that shelf to collapse on your fucking head. And then I watch another Vine he's been in, I'm like, oh yeah, he's fine. It's something specifically about that one Vine that makes me hate him. And unless, obviously, like, it turns out that he grew up and is now a fucking alt-right dickhead, in which case, like, I'll be like, ah, see, told you. I sensed it the entire time. That's why I disliked him. And his fucking stupid fucking voice. That was one thing, like, this makes me realize, like, how old I am. But, like, when everyone's like, oh yeah, Vine, oh, when we were young, I'm like, I'm pretty sure Vine came out when I'd already finished college. So, like, and everyone's like, oh, it was our youth, and, like, oh, all the jokes were so young, and it's like, and I go back to watch the song that shouldn't have been memed, Chocolate Rain. Yeah, I had this conversation, I think we had this conversation on either a different stream or a different thing, where it's like, where you're looking at old stuff, where it's like, oh yeah, it's funny because he's singing about chocolate and he's moving his face away from the mic to breathe. And then you go back and then you listen to it and it's like, oh fuck, this song's about racism. and it was like a serious song, but because all the kids back then were like had no idea what the like internet culture was a lot more like ignorant of shit back then. But that's what I was saying about like the Vines, like with Vine culture, it's funny because it'd be like, oh, here's funny Vine compilation, and it'll either be the classic shit like road work ahead, yeah, I sure hope it does. Two bros chilling in a hot tub 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Or it'll be a compilation exclusively of children yelling racial slurs. Because they're like, oh, this is funny. And it's like, nah, you're just exposing yourself as a fucking racist. What? Why are you doing this? Before people had the concept of what an internet footprint was. Or it'll be a compilation of just black people talking something. Yeah. Doop-a-doop-doo. Bing. It froze. Oh, thank Christ. Lava climb. Oh, cool. We've done all the floors. Awesome. So now, let's do this thing. The bell. Oh, right. I was looking at the lyrics. I was looking at those things that you put in quotation marks, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I realized it's the lyrics to Chocolate Rain. Yeah. Oh, speaking of politics, because that's what we were talking about. Fucking, you now got all the fucking right-wing conservative women being like, oh, you know what? We should take the voting rights away from women. And it's like, fucking, what, bitch? How about you go jump in the fucking sea? You don't want to vote, that's fine. But you ain't gonna take... I mean, fucking... It's American women, so, like, it's not as affecting on me in the UK as it could be. But the fash over here always take their... The fash over here and the fash over there always take the cues off each other, so... It's like... I can fully imagine it's one of the talking points that Tommy Robinson and... fucking... Nigel Farage. Nigel Garage. Oh, God. Is that what the Cars Universe version of the fucking... Reform leader racist would be called? Nigel Garage. Christ. That is upsetting to think about. On a less serious point, you know what gets a fucking bad rap? Cars 2. I enjoyed that film. Like, I thought it was fun. Like, when, it was when Connor was little, we'd watch it. I thought it was, like, because I'd heard, like, mixed reviews of it, right? I was like, oh, you know what? We're gonna watch it. And then I watched it. I was like, Jesus fuck, this is brutal. Like, like from watching the original one where it's like about racing and then like coming to love like the little man kind of story, and then you watch Cars 2 and one of the first things that happens is you watch a car get fucking assassinated and you're like, Jesus. This escalated fast. Why? It's like about them just being like Meta being like buds and stuff. And it's about the inherent ableism in the Cars universe. So you're forced to what? You watch the movie so many times, start reciting name, rank, and serial number. Yeah. I do agree with, like, funnily enough, Cars 2 is how I ended up finding out about the video essayist Jack Saint, because of his videos on the Cars universe and eugenics, where he was like pointed out, like, because he made the Cars video about the original Cars film, like jokingly, semi-jokingly. You're like, oh yeah, here's an interpretation. Obviously, it's not serious. And then the Cars 2 one came out, and he's like, no, this is genuinely... like, there's a shit ton of ableism in, like, pointed out in Cars 2. Where it's like, oh, hey, these cars are, like, aren't working as well because they have parts that don't work or whatever. Are we going to support them? No, we'll just make fun of them and yeah. And it's like, oh, fuck. It's like, funnily enough, right? I was watching a video by some other guy on, there was, I don't know if any of you have seen what is being called on TikTok, That Shrek Take, where it's the woman who's like talking about how Shrek is a cautionary tale because it's about how a man can turn you into an ogre or some shit, right? And but then she's like completely ignoring certain points of the text to try and make her point. But I was watching a video on that, and this guy's like talking about stuff, and then I had the realization, oh fuck, a valid reading of Fiona is that she's suffering from dysphoria. I was like, oh shit. Because she's cursed to be in the wrong form half the time. Like when she doesn't get to choose how she presents. And she hates that. And she wants to be her true self and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, that sounds vaguely familiar to me. In fact, it sounds very familiar. So, yeah. So that might be another video essay down the line. And Shrek being a racial minority. Yeah, Scottish. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I mean, there is that argument and reading to be taken, like, because obviously in, like, if you're looking into it deep, obviously ogres aren't a common thing. I mean, that's the problem with the, like, the whole thing. The whole film is it's less like, I personally feel it's less of Shrek represents a specific minority and more of the struggles that Shrek is going through along with the other fairy tale creatures is demonstrating how a prejudice system can affect minorities. Which, again, like, when you're like, oh, it's Shrek, it's not that deep. All art is fucking deep. Shut up. You're one of those motherfuckers who's like, oh, let the curtains be blue. It's like, yes, the curtains can be blue and it can mean something else, you fucking dipshit. Let me have... You know what lesson you should have taken about art that you could have learned from Shrek? That there's layers! Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Monkey, the whole fucking film starting off with a fairy tale creature pogrom. But yeah. Yum, 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 yum. Sorry, I was having a drink of Kingsley. That if you want to support, you can go on my Ko-fi and there's tiers and shit. Just the usual plug for that. Because the reason that I thought about it actually was because of a couple of things. One, you will get previews of these fucking videos when I fucking make them. And two, remembering that I was like, oh yeah, like one of the tiers, you've got a few tiers, one of which is like you've got like, oh, here's just a really cheap support me tier, here's a slightly expensive support me tier, here's an even more expensive support me tier, and you get to like do suggestions and shit like that. And then the other one, which is where you get my nudes. Like, that's the easiest way to explain it. Like, fucking commissioned art, obviously. I'm an anime girl, but yeah, like, because one of the things I was going to do was, like, when working on some of these weird video essay ideas, was going to go into the Discord, like, on some of the nights and just waffle shit in there on, about some of this stuff. And be like, hey, is this a thing? Or am I just... I'll probably still make the fucking video, even if it's just me talking, like, hey, here's a weird idea I had. I'm putting this out in the world so you can tell me whether I'm insane. Because I can guarantee half the time I probably am, but whatever. Twitch streamers present. I can talk crawl a little bit. Well, yeah, we need to work on that anyway. So, like, I was like, once crawls a bit, like, once we've got on there, then we'd be able to do that. Because obviously, I would want to show that off on here. And like I say, I want to work on the Burst Angel Abridged as well at some point. I mean, like, Stalkcrawl is interesting. The obvious Romani Traveller allegory, besides being mildly rip-off tieflings, actually being yeah, exactly. So that's one of the things like I like about. I appreciate when media is using that, like exploring those themes, and it's by people that oh, there's an advert in like 3 minutes, by the way. When it's being explored by people of that minority that it's exploring shit about, which is why like I wanted to write like, it's one of the reasons why, like, as a trans woman, one of the a lot of the stuff that I do explore in D&D and stuff is like a combination of psychological and body horror, because that's my fucking life. It is one of the things. It is also one of the things that I expect pushback from any Burst Angel fans about with Burst Angel Abridged, because one of the major changes that I did, apart from going, oh, hey, this character looks like a minor, therefore I'm removing any of their fan service from the show in my version, is also that the main character Joe, which is the one that I ended the one that I ended up being like, oh, you know what, I will voice, because yelling, I was like, you know what, that makes sense as well, because I always felt that their presentation, like, in certain shots, obviously, it was a bit more, it is still, like, sexualized, but I feel it's more in a slightly feminine, non-binary way than specifically, like full femme-coded. So I was like, you know what? This character is now non-binary. So I fully expect people to be like, bah, 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 about that. At which point I can tell them to go fuck themselves. So I'm like, hey, this is my idea of what I wanted to do, and it's an abridged series, so it's not fucking official, so just deal with it. But then it means, like, because she already had, like, a deeper voice anyway. So in my version, they will have a similar voice, because obviously they're going to be voiced by me, so. Oh yeah, totally, like, I am looking forward to that stuff with Crawl. I do want to also do the monster voices, because I want more opportunities to be like kind of voice, like those fucking weird creature voices. I always love doing those, like trying to channel my okay. Oh, fair enough, it's ads, so you can't actually hear my response. Okay. Well, I will continue chatting bullshit. What time is it? 23:07, okay. Uh-huh. I need to move a mattress tomorrow as well. Random bit of life lore for you, but yeah. So I will And also, like, one of the things I was looking into as just like a sort of... There you are. Oh, cool. Thank you! Submission button. What was I saying? Oh, with Crawl, I was saying, like, one of the things I want to be able to do is do more of the channel mic in a mic pattern and do, like, the weird monster voices, because I love doing that sort of shit. Like the whispery, like, kind of, you know, like he does in The Darkness, or like the Left 4 Dead zombies and the Anger Core and shit. Mike Patton is so good with his voice. And then I was saying I need to move a mattress tomorrow. Because I need to take it over to my mother's. Okay. Bing. That's that one. Ah, there you are. There we go. Cool. Start practicing your throat work. Well, I mean, funnily enough, that kind of brings me to where earlier I was talking to Jester about because I was watching Jay play. She was playing the chapter 5 trial in Danganronpa 2, and I don't know, like, if people have watched that or have played that game. Spoilers or whatever. The only thing what I'm gonna say here, seeing as I've got slightly more viewers than when I discussed this earlier, it was just me and Jester. But there's one point in the thing where the character Sonia Nevermind, who I do appreciate that her entire shtick is just ongoing Nirvana references. Oh, hold on, Parky's saying something.
Not sure about these reptiles, though. They're not native to Caldera County, I don't believe. But India's tried their best to make them look like skinks and whiptails, so fingers crossed we get away with it.
Yeah, no, so... there's one bit where Sonia Nevermind says, if you took something that large and thick, you'd die immediately, or something. So I put in the chat, that's just a skill issue. Get me off the fucking... There we go. You've been meaning to tell me next that Thomas found video that explores the Rusty being non-binary fact in the form of a Thomas story. Ooh! Definitely share that in the Traintism section of the Discord. That's the one thing that I was saying, like, apart from, I was like, oh, if I ever ever got to a point where I could get like a 2.0 model. Some of the things like I would do would be I would do have a Traintism Tuesday themed like outfit. B, I would have more visible cyberware. I think Monkey, I was saying to more English dialect. I think Monkey, I was saying to you where I was like, you know what would be fun? Like the robotic cat ears thing. And I also debated on a womb tattoo because fuck it, why not? Bad news. Can you bug shelter? I'll tell you now about you want to kill one. We need to bug it. Did you not say? I was going to say English. Most of the English slang that... Oh yeah, I forgot I can wheedle about. Wee! Wheedle about. Watch out, wheedles about. That's a fucking reference that none of the Americans will understand. Ah, nice. Can I learn some can as well? That's me fucking shooting myself for that joke. Someone redeem Officer Dad and shoot me. In fact, I've got a button. I can do it.
Officer Dad.
Hey, Dad!
I always forget that I've got that button. My stream, like, there we go. My stream, like, preview is, like, way behind. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. No, we'll keep it green. Keep it green. Oh. Not enough space there that I can do it like that. This is the one bit I wouldn't be able to do. Why is the seat above my head? This is the one bit I wouldn't be able to do if I actually had to do this job. Because fuck heights. I fucking hate them. Never deal with heights. It took me until my adult life to trust lifts as well. And then they fucking betrayed me. So what happened, right, was... I know most Americans, like, we did get American shows brought over to the UK, like when I was a kid, right? So, I know everyone always talks about Bill Nye the Science Guy when you're talking like American science shows. I never watched that. I never knew what that was as a kid. I did, however, watch one called Beakman's World. And I always thought that one was super cool, right? So I always really liked Beakman's World. And there was... Well, so it had this scientist called Beakman, and he had forgotten what his mate was. It was like maybe Ratty or something, the test rat. And the test rat's just literally a dude in a big, like, there's obviously a dude in a costume, where it's just like a dude dressed in a big grey furry round thing with like a mouse nose and ears. And it was a great one. It's the reason why it's one of the reasons why, like, in school when we were learning when we were young, when we were learning about the rainbow, right? One thing that British schools like doing, like English schools at least, like one thing they always liked doing was like the rhyming stuff, like the rhyme, like mnemonics to remember stuff. So we'd meet with a guy called Johnny. No, we wouldn't meet with a guy called Johnny. But that's a fucking niche reference as well. Not as niche as fucking Beakman's World, apparently, but where are you not clean? Oh, on the my legs. Ugh. My legs. Stop doing that. But, right, so let me go back to what I was talking about. So they'd always do mnemonics for like remembering like stuff. So with the rainbow, I have no idea what the fucking mnemonic was. It was something, but it was to remember like red, orange, green, yellow. No. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, right? So the order of the colours of the rainbow. But because I watched Beakman's World, I always just remembered it as a dude called Roy G. Biv. The guy who, like, he would turn up in his rainbow coat and be like, "Yo, dude, I'm Roy G. Biv. I make the rainbows." Yeah, so where this story's going, right, is Beakman's World. They did an episode and they explained how lifts work, right? And they explained, like, how a lift would go up because it has a cable on the top. Obviously, because it's American, it's saying elevator rather than lift. But over here, we call them lifts. And it's like talking about how it's fastened with a cable and the cable would pull up, would pull the lift up, right? And so it's talking about that. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. And then that night, I have a nightmare. Like, bear in mind, I'm like 6 at the time. I have a nightmare about getting trapped in a lift for 50 years. Like, I don't know why specifically 50 years, but that's how long I was trapped in that lift, apparently, in the dream. And then develop a phobia of lifts. So I can't... Yeah. I can't... So... like, as a kid, I can't use lifts for fucking ages, right? Because of this phobia that I developed from this stupid fucking nightmare I had. So then, as an adult, I'm like, you know what? I need to overcome this, especially because now I'm like, it's my very first job working in a care home. And what with the place having 2 floors and residents that can't walk, so they use wheelchairs to get around, I'm like, okay, well, I need to be able to use a lift to be able to take them up and down, because otherwise, how am I going to move them around, right? I'm not going to be able to get them to where they need to go. So I start like facing my fear and using the lifts. I'm like, oh, actually, this isn't that bad. So this isn't too bad. I start to get over the fear of lifts. And then one day at the end of work, it's time to go home. I get in the lift and it breaks with me inside. And I'm like, oh fuck. Oh fuck. This is exactly what my dream warned me about. My fear of lifts was real. So since then, I did also escape, like, because that one, it was like, the lift was also an older lift. So it was like, okay, well, it needs, it was one where the thing that says, like, how much weight it can carry was like, oh, it can only carry a certain amount of weight or a certain amount of people. And it wasn't really that clear as to how many. And I think it was... So there were a bunch of other staff in the lift as well. And that's what fucked it, right? So I was like, okay, well, I know not to do that again. So from that point on, I only went in the lifts when there were... when I was with a resident, and that's it, right? So from that point on, I stopped so yeah, so that was me and my phobia of lifts. I still fucking hate them. Although I also despise the ones like whenever I've gone to there's a few shopping centres. Like, one of the big examples is the one in Meadow Hall near Sheffield. That is a lift, and the whole thing's made of glass, right? Like, not the floor, but like the walls and that. It's like in the forecourt, so you can see like it only goes up like a single floor, but again, like that one, I don't like going in, but that comes into the fear of heights thing rather than the fear of lifts, because I feel it's more open, so the fear of lifts goes away, so I'm not in like a horrible claustrophobic little box. But then I can also see the height that we're traveling to. So it's like, well, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, you know? But yeah, why was I talking about? Oh, this fucking thing. That's why. Trying to remember why the fuck I was. I thought you were gonna say my my next VTuber modeling should include a fear of lifts. I'm like, that's technically any of them. I'm not entirely sure, like, I probably have a feet toggle, why not? All VTubers need a feet toggle.
Except for Jay, because she's got robot legs, so I don't think she can. Because obviously, like, the shoes are sort of part of the leg. So yeah. This reminds me, actually, like, that's the other thing I need to do. I need to start on stream. We can start learning Godot together. That'd be interesting, because I need to work on... That's one of the other many projects that I've got where I was like, oh, you know what would be fun for lore? Like, oh, my little lore intro video will be part of a... Basically, me and my runner crew doing a gig, right? Doing a mission. And I was like, oh, it'll be a little thing. And then I was like, well, actually, I want to go into a bit more detail than just like a short VTuber lore video. So then it became, oh, well, I'll do like a short audio book. And I was like, but I want people to have more fun, like, with it being, maybe make it a bit more interactive. So instead it became, oh, I know, I'm going to learn how to program, and it's going to be like a Doom-style boomer shooter that you can play that is my fucking VTuber lore. Because why the fuck not? Like old school Doom 95 or like Ultra Kill type thing. Like that kind of game. And plus, you can never go wrong with writing a fucking first-person shooter about like killing white supremacists. So, because that was the premise of the whole thing, was it was going to be it was basically the mission was freeing a getting rid of a white supremacist gang that have taken over a hab block, like a city mega block. So kind of like imagine Doom, but also like the Karl Urban Dread film and stuff, with like the fighting. That would be that I was like, oh, that would be a fun game to play. And then I don't know if it would be possible to make it co-op. I'd have to figure that out, because like my ideas for it basically, right, artwork is it would be the way that the operation like the way that the gig worked, right? The way that we did it was and this is where the fear of heights came in, because in the lore, in what happened, right, was we decided we went for like a pincer movement, like entry kind of point kind of thing, where to clear it out better. So so in the storyline it's me and Dirge, so me and Zan. So they'd be the player characters. Me and Zan, and Zan's like fucking Demonos like crew version of himself. And we'd go into the mega building. We'd infiltrate the mega building by
Because we've got in the crew, there's us two as like solos, and then we've got Demon, who's our like hacksmith, basically, who does all like the actual like net running stuff, right? We've got Redgrave, who's like the techie drone operator guy, and then we've got Tenshi, who's like the sniper and the getaway driver. So for this one, Tenshi isn't really as, because of the location, is more of the getaway driver type. But what it ends up being is, so it would start off with the when you play as Dirge, you start at the bottom of the building to go in, break into the server farm at the bottom, like the places like maintenance servers, to use a flash drive to plant a virus that Demon would use to start hacking the building security and shit. So you, as Dirge, you start at the bottom, you do that, and then basically once that objective's done, there's going to be different objectives throughout, and you'll work your way through up to the middle of the building where the gang is like sort of concentrated. And then when you play as me, you start at the top of the building, which would basically start off with, because my main thought of what would happen is, in the story was like, so Dirge is going in the bottom, I'm going in the top, and I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to get up there stealthily? We can't just like use a flying vehicle or whatever. So in story, I have to get on top of one of the fucking drones, and that flies me up, and so the intro is just me going, fuck, don't look down, Jesus fuck, like panicking about the fucking height. And then once I get in there, then it's fine. Like the outside is a bit like ugh, but like once we're in the building, once we're in the fucking building again, then it's not as bad. So yeah, so like on mine it would be like you would start off on the roof, take out the security on the roof, and destroy like, or temporarily disable like the communication satellites on the top to prevent the gang from calling for help from any of the other local places. Like the gang has fucking racist pricks, right? And then again, it's sort of like fight the way down until we meet in the middle. And then the bit that I'm like thinking about is, so for single player, whether it be a case of doing it so it's more of like a staggered approach, so whichever character you're not playing gets held up with something, so then you fight the boss kind of area yourself, or whether we could like pre-program like NPC behavior of the other member of the crew, so you can sort of like interact with each other and stuff. I'd have to figure that out. Then obviously the co-op version, it would be two players like working together to defeat the
the boss of the mission. And then, because then you could also, later on, I can go into it and be like, oh, here's an expansion and here's another gig that we did that goes somewhere else, and here's a different thing we did and shit like that. Because that could be cool. And it would be an interesting way to put out VTuber lore. Being like, oh, hey, like, if you want to know my VTuber lore, here's a fucking FPS game that you can play and find out. I just think that would be fun. Doo-doo. Oh, we're 74% done. That's good. That hold isn't... There we go. There we go. There we go. Why is my phone yelling at me? That rock's clean, right? Yeah. 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 Henry slept with my wife. Burp. What? James murdered my dog. Yeah. Ow. You know what? I could probably climb up this side. That would make more sense. Or can I not? There we are. Why are you not clean? Underneath. Yeah. Okay. Home. Tab. I'm just going to get another... We've only got 30 out of 41. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this. Elliot. Or whatever his name is. No, that's not his name. We're going back to the fucking Vine conversation. We're back in the fucking Vine convo again. I don't remember. You. Want to take you to a gay bar. Gay bar, gay bar, gay bar. I see you. Why are you not clean? Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's why. Where's the other one? That one. That's the top. And you aren't cleanly. Cleanse. Cleansation? Is that all of them? Is that all of them? To the tab again. It is. Right. Okay, so front lava climb. I missed some. Okay. We've got the cliff faces, the platform, and then a fucking pterodactyl. Okay. Right, okay. Let's... Can I grab you? Was my thing to let me... Yeah, okay. E. D. Okay. Down. So it's this guy. There's one all the way at the bottom. This mook. Is there another one? Did I get all of them? I did. Right. So, now we just need to do the... Okay. So we need to do the lava cliff faces. We keep pressing... I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Wrong boutons. What am I doing? This is what the disc is for. Time for sauce. Time for some sorcery. Sorcery. Get it? Because it's a fucking... Never mind. Well, not the action. No, don't worry. Because of the previous conversation, I presumed you meant the world. World-o. I need to rewatch. That's going to be a like. This is a good example of my ADHD brain working in ways it does. But that's reminded me I need to watch DBZ Abridged again. Because you said that and I thought, oh, the world. And then I made the JoJo reference, the worldo, which then made me think of Guldo from DBZ Abridged doing it. And now all I can think of is Krillin being like, he has the power to summon steamrollers. I can't wait for anyone to see it. Like, I don't know, like, you say that, like, most of the people who I know love when media is fucking miserable, so... So I feel like if anyone would be into that shit, it'd be people that I know. Let's clean the step. The step. Ah, it's step with just a single P, not with a double P-E. Bing. Let us also clean this steppy. Steppies. Bing. Doing another wash with the disc. It's gonna be like, I'd let someone wash me with their disc. And I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck that means. What could that possibly mean? Fucking...
I'm just keeping the big disc. Fuck you. Fuck you, big disc. Where my big disc daddies at? Whatever the fuck that means. All the big disc daddies in the chat, press 1. Ugh. Ugh. Don't fucking leave me alone. That's fucking awful. Never say that again in my presence. Okay, I won't. Ah! Well, off to visit your mother. Joke's on you, I got my disc back. Unlike my tonsils, which will never return. No, clapping the disc. Oh, the reason I remember the whole spicy art thing was because before stream I was getting messages off VGen because I got some more art back. So that's fun. I've got a few to share with fucking Joy Toy level subscribers when they appear. Like I say, you can see a couple of them like that I reposted on my fucking Blue Sky, but there we go, it worked. I am curious as to with this game, like whether it's going to be a case of we need to. Well, I know, I'm presuming we're going to have to get the fucking missing jewels back, right? We're going to have to get the missing jewels back. But I don't know if it's going to be a case of, like, that means there's going to be more fucking volcano time travel shenanigans. Or whether that just means, like, it's going to be more of a fucking... Okay, this is being awkward now. More of a crime-solving caper type thing. I've never eaten capers. Wait, what are capers? Anyone with an explanation? Anyone that can Google that for me, that'd be great. My brain is slow today. Quick with the tangent, slow with the info. That's me! Just went E. Code Lyoko sequel, what? Oh man, that was such a great show. I need to watch that again. Bidding! Capers are like flower buds. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought they had something to do with fish. I don't know why I thought they had something to do with fish. I won't like them. Okay. Alright, call me a basic bitch. Only basic bitches don't like capers, and you're clearly basic, Vex.
only us distinguished jesters like capers. I'm talking shit. They are often put on fish because they're typically blind, so very salty. Right, okay, that's why I keep thinking that's why I thought of fish. And yeah, if they're very salty, that makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Your intuition is right on the money, Jester. Have you been listening to us this entire time, or do I have to catch you up on things that we've talked about? Well, Jester will just have to wait for the animation like everyone else. That'll explain Crawl. Other than it's a story with Romani / Traveller influences written by Romani / Traveller people. Basically. And also, like, super depressing shit. So, like, not war-torn like Ersatz, but I'm imagining similar vibes in my head. So when Maeve was like, oh, I can't wait for people to see, be like, oh yeah, this looks like it's going to be fun, and then it just be the most depressing shit. You were my first thought when I was like, no, my friends like that. Oh yeah, the weird skinless people. Fair point. I was also talking about learning Godot on stream so I can do my VTuber lore thing, which is the first-person shooter game. And also saying that I got more spicy art back, so people can go and support me on that tier and they get to see it. And then we were talking about vines as well. Were you here when I was talking about my irrational hatred of the kid from the vine that's like Hurricane Katrina? And we were talking about like how Vine culture, like when you look at like, oh, funny Vine compilations, it's either it's like, oh, this is look at these hilarious Vines, and it's either the classic ones that everyone knows about, just black folk being their normal selves, and for some reason white folk being like, oh, look at this humorous thing, and it's like, nah, that's just people being people. Or it's a bunch of white kids yelling slurs. We were talking about that and the inherent ableism and eugenics present in the film Cars 2. We were talking about that. What else? What else were we talking about? Oh, my fear of lifts. And the existence of the man Roy G. Biv. I don't know if you ever saw the show Beakman's World. Beakman's World, it was basically, it was a science show. It was kind of like, kind of like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but not. I never saw Bill Nye the Science Guy. I had no idea who that guy was. But I always saw Beakman's World. Professor Iris! I've just remembered the existence of Professor Iris. That was like for younger kids. It was like a puppet show where it was like Muppet style things. And it was, I think it might be Australian, that one.
But I remember specifically we'd home taped some Professor Iris because it was on a VHS that was bright blue. I don't know where that went. So I have most of the other VHS tapes that we had. I've got so many fucking VHS tapes in the house. It's all like movies and shit that we recorded. Funny thing about Bill Nye the Science Guy was when he came back and he taught the exact same things, and all the people that were like, oh no, Bill's turned woke, and it's like, no, you just turned an idiot. Time is it? Fucking hell, it's nearly midnight. Okay. And we are 85% done. Ah! I keep falling off. Hit. Hit. Oh, updates to my model, where I was saying, like, oh, if I ever got a 2.0 model, right, the things that I would want are more visible cyberware, like, not obviously extra, like, expression toggles and shit. I would want more visible cyberware, because that'd be fun. I would want a an outfit specifically for Traintism Tuesday. Don't know how the fuck I would figure that one out, but I'll figure it out. So there'd be a Traintism Tuesday advert outfit. More present cyberware, including the cyberware kitty ears that I can deploy. There would be a womb tattoo, because fuck it, why not? And then it's mostly like different expressions, I think. Ah. Obviously, that'd be way down the line because I can't fucking afford that shit. Oh, you had a funny idea. What's the funny idea? Ah, I can't get up this fucking... There we go. Jokingly suggested feet toggle. Yeah, you did. I responded by saying, like, most VTubers have a feet toggle. So that probably, like, one thing I would probably do is, when I commission the model, is basically make it so there is a nude model, like, or a no clothes model, basically, so then it would be easier for them to commission, like, for me to get other outfits on for it in the future, and they can just build off the clothesless model. Ah, so feet toggle would be a possibility. And then because I said, I also said like, oh, a lot of VTubers like go with feet toggles, and then I pointed out how my mate Jay couldn't have feet toggle because she has robot legs, therefore no feet. Or the feet are the shoes, so like, so you can't really take the shoes off when although so Denethor's actor will be at the con, didn't commit to this yet, but it'd be funny to you, take a photo of a carton of tomatoes before the con, go meet and take a photo with him, take another photo after of the empty carton and be like, huh, some asshole ate my tomatoes, what the fuck. What you need to do is go one better and have like the meet and greet with him where he looks perfectly normal, but he's holding a tomato up behind you where you can't see it. And then it's like, and then the post of, where's my tomatoes gone? What the fuck? Fun at the abattoir, fun at the abattoir, everyone's fun at the abattoir. Except all the animals, they hate the abattoir. So do all the people. They also hate the abattoir. But I figured that's what you'd do. You'd get like model ones. I had to explain. And it's not really on Ancient Earth though, is it? Is it on Ancient Earth or is it not? Jester, you can help here. I always thought it was like technically a separate realm. Based on the UK. Fair. Rid of this. And to be fair, I don't think... Were tomatoes and potatoes mentioned in the book, or was that a film-only thing? Film. Yeah, there you go. But then it's like one of those acceptable anachronisms I find, where it's like the same way that like, for example, potatoes appear in a lot of general medieval and like fantasy world type stuff, or like you get certain things in like it's like, well, a great example is the fact that you get people using like in fantasy worlds using greetings like hello or something, which come from where the etymology comes from like Christian blessings and shit like that.
Fine. Wait, who's associating potatoes with medieval Poland? The worst example I saw was someone was on a post the other day where we were talking about like those kind of anachronisms where it's like you go to a medieval setting and the knight's like, oh, I've just got some champagne. It's like, what? Or the other one I remember is where it's like supposed to be fucking set in medieval England or something, and a knight refers to quitting something cold turkey, and it's like, you've invented, you're using the term cold turkey before turkeys have even been introduced to Europe. So I remember that one. Yeah, I guess like I do feel like fantasy worlds can get away with those anachronisms a little more. So like so if it's like, oh, this is a like, I guess like D&D worlds, for example, or things like that, where it's a fantasy land that has no like basis, where it's like, oh well, what is kind of happening is that the author is like, if you were to look at the reality of what is happening in this world, then it wouldn't be exactly what the author has written, but what the author has written is sort of there so you as a reader can understand what is happening. And the thing is similar enough that it doesn't really make a difference. It's not like a 4Kids translation where, oh, here's Brock. He is holding up a rice ball. He is referring to it as a jelly donut. It's not like that level of weird. I'm gonna fall off this fucking cliff again. On at the abattoir. Why am I singing that? On at the abattoir. Stick me in an abattoir, please. Fucking kill me. Oh, speaking of the horrors of capitalism. So, I know we weren't, but I'll say once I had the idea that Kroll should use phrasing like it was basically as 4Kids translated. I mean, it could. I was trying to, it was Ocean Dub, I think, of Dragon Ball Z, where, like, I was having the conversation with Connor and with Nix, actually, like two separate conversations, like where I was saying how I remember on Toonami, because like because I'm sure Toonami over here swapped between using the Ocean Dub of DBZ and the I think the Funimation dub afterwards, maybe, because there's certain things from the early episodes that I remember being Ocean Dub
But then when I see the Funimation dub of like later episodes, I'm like, yeah, I remember this. And I don't know whether it's me gaslighting myself into thinking, like, thinking the wrong thing, like thinking of the wrong dub, or what? Because like I was talking to Nyx about it, and I said how like, because she was like, oh well, what are your thoughts on Dragon Ball GT? And I was like, oh, it's fun. I said like how I remember, like Connor was like, oh yeah, I'm listening to the Dragon Ball GT theme tune, and it's a da 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 da, and I'm like, that's not the theme tune. This is da 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 da. Welcome to the Grand Tour Dragon Ball GT, but and Nyx was like, no, we had the original. I'm like, no, I swear, I remember the rap intro being for Dragon Ball GT. I remember that. And we're like, well, we both watch it at the same time, so I'm like, well, to be fair, I also remember those initial episodes that they did in the US viewing originally. They did cut out the original intro episodes and just went straight into the more violent ones near the end, where they were trying to redo Dragon Ball Z, right? So I was like, oh well, maybe the first arc they used the original theme, and then they swapped to the rap one later on during like when Baby turns up and stuff. But I can't remember. I also remember like watching Tenchi Muyo and stuff. Why cannot I stand? Where am I stuck? There. Why are you still dirty? Where have I not cleaned? Oh, up there probably. Bing. There we go. Ugh. I could never fucking do this. Who's a brilliant scientist? I distracted myself talking about Dragon Ball GT. Oh, we're at the top. Do 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 bo do be do 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 do. Fucking Bardock, yeah. I do wish they'd stuck with that characterization of him, because like it got to a point where they started like changing him so like, oh no, actually he is a good warrior. And it's like, I preferred the idea when he was a middling warrior but a great scientist. Like, I do like that idea. But sorry, as an aside, because I've been catching up on Hat Films videos. I was watching them playing Subnautica 2. And apparently, like, now, because of that video, one of my vocal stims is, I've got tubes, they're multiplying, and he's tying his tubes. Because they were singing, for some reason, they were fucking singing that while building a base. Like, Smith and Ross were. I mean, that's the main reason why in the fucking tier list video, it's because of my stupid fucking because because of my like vocal stims and shit. That's why I decided, you know how we're gonna move into the actual tier list? The fucking Kadikarus clip that's like, Henry slept with my wife, burn! Because my brain, like my vocal stims are fucking weird. James has cholera. No, wait, James murdered my dog. Thomas has cholera. Pterodactyl perch. So in my head, I was like, "Oh, pterodactyl perch." That guy sounds like you know, fucking Sharky and George, Crime Fighters of the Sea, right? I'm gonna sound fucking insane if you don't know what that is. So there was a show called Sharky and George, Crime Fighters of the Sea, right? And they were like these fish detectives. Like it was like a detective noir style show. But with these fish. It was Sharky and George. And I was like, I imagine one set in like the dinosaurs universe. Fucking obviously before the meteor hit at the end. Before the fucking climate change destroyed all the dinosaurs and they all died in the finale. That's how the dinosaurs sitcom ended. They all died because of climate change. Yeah. And but like there'd be a like a fucking a detective called Pterodactyl Perch. I reckon the idea has wings, legs. Howdy, my name's I don't know why he's a cowboy. Why he speaks like a cowboy. My name's Pterodactyl Perch. I hear that you've had a problem. I don't know how to speak like a noir detective. How does a noir detective speak? Other than, like, she was eyeing me up like a chicken in a basket? Fucking something like that. I don't know, like... Something, oh god, I'm a replicant. And now I've got the idea of like, it's a fucking the idea, right, is a it's a fucking noir show where it's like a fucking like it's this detective, right? So in the show, it's a this detective that's lava climb cliff face. So yeah, it's all these bits, right? So the show is about this detective who he's like really good at solving mysteries. So he's really well respected, but like half the time he's like losing his mind because he's convinced he's a robot
Like he's convinced, like because of one time when he fell asleep watching Blade Runner, like he spends like half the time being like solving these mysteries, and he's like, and now I need to figure out if I'm a replicant, and everyone's like, stop it! There's no such thing as replicants. Like, there's no indication that he's in he's not in a sci-fi world. It's like fucking, it's like modern day, but like a noir detective, but modern day. But he spends like half the time thinking he's a fucking robot, like being like, oh, I need to like whenever, like if he gets injured, he's like, the scientists who built me must have really wanted me to think I was a real person. Looking at the blood, and his mate's like, what are you? That's blood. You're a person. He's like, he's convinced that the doctors show him like false X-rays to think he's not, to think he's human. Ah, fell off the cliff. Ah, fell off the cliff again. I don't know if this idea for a show has any. I feel like the joke would wear. I feel like the joke would wear thin. Unless it was like a fucking special, right? Where, like, you'd occasionally visit it, and like the entire time, he would like be doing this shit, and they'd be like, "No, you're not a replicant. Stop it." And like that would be the running, like the small running joke in the fucking show, right? And then there's like the special where like there's the episode where he realizes that what he's feeling is actually gender fuckery. And like that's why he thinks he's a replicant, because it's actually dysphoria. And yeah, I made the fucking detective noir show trans. Woo! But then it turns out he actually was a replicant. No, I'm joking. Hey, I do like the idea of, why can't I stand up? That's why. It's doing the fucking, again, another lesson I learned from DBZ Abridged, where it's like, oh yeah, make the joke so that people will laugh at it, and then at the very end make them cry with the same fucking line. Bye, son. And doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Now get back up and eat that horse. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I would love to have Lanny Kaiser and Taka do voices for something. That would be great. Love those guys. To be fair, I'd love to have Jesse involved as well, because Jesse's great. Your old babysitter? Oh, is this like? Oh, I'm crouched. That's why I was like, why is this closer than I think it is? Oh yeah, I remember you saying. Bing. Huh. Okay, we're 95% done. We just need to finish going down the cliff. And then we've got everything. Buda buda buda. Boop. Boop doo doo doo. Buda doo doo doo. Like going, oh, Jester, if you're still here. One of the other things I was gonna, that we talked about earlier, I was recommending was people go listen to the Eiffel 65 album Europop. That was the other thing. Because I was like, there's some fucking banger songs on there. And how everyone always remembers them for Blue, but like they had a whole bunch of like cool songs. Ooh, you could we'll possibly ask him. You'd be like, hey, you used to babysit me, want to voice something? Because that character is only... like, doesn't really say much. Do they? Not in bits that we've got scripted anyway. Yeah, I listened to Eiffel 65 when I was a teen. I'm like, it made me be like, I fell off the cliff. You know what? We're gonna get the Skizzer lift. Fuck. Here's the Ronald. Oh, Ronald McDonald. Right. Okay. I misunderstood. I am now too far away. Fuck. Off the scissor lift. My legs. Guess I'm climbing back up. Parkour. You know, the other thing that I remember from when I was little, well, I say little, I was a fucking teenager. Back when parkour was known as free running. Because it was a thing that, like, everyone knew it as free running because of Mirror's Edge. I know parkour predates free running, but like when it got popularized into the zeitgeist, it was everyone called it free running because of Mirror's Edge. I guess technically, even the stuff in Mirror's Edge is closer to parkour. No, it's the Bixler one. It just gets you exclusive roles in the Bixler Discord. Because there's like the supporters section. Fair. I guess, like, I imagine that, like, I know free running and parkour, like, I guess
because the techniques are different. Like free running is more of a like using your body, but you've like more keeping your feet on the ground, whereas like parkour involves a lot more like body work, if that makes sense. I guess body work's not the correct way to put it, but like, so it's more, yeah, parkour's more of like an acrobatic sport type thing, where it's like, oh, get from this point to this point, whereas free running is the like the videos that you see now labeled as like parkour, where it's like someone running down the like, I've got to say that was one of my favorite like, as much as some of the guys in Top Gear were fucking dickheads, right? One of my favorite Top Gear bits that they ever did, right, was it was I think it was in the streets of Paris, actually. And what they did was fucking let me up. What they did was they were like, oh, who can reach this? Because of how cramped the city streets are in I think it was Paris that they did. And they were like, okay, so we're gonna have a competition as to from this, like, and it was up to the, it might not have been Paris, it was somewhere else, but it was this big hill where it was like really cramped urban, and it was like from the top of this hill down to the bottom near like this, by this river or the ocean or something, and they got from the top of the hill all the way down to the bottom, and the competition was like who would win between I'm trying to remember, they did one was a bunch of like, it was like who would win, who would get down to the bottom first, and there was some free runners, there was like a stunt biker guy on like a pedal bike, and there was like a little hatchback car, and it was like figuring out who could get to the bottom fastest, because obviously the car, they were like, they all have different things, whereas like the car obviously could get to higher speeds than either of them, either the biker or the thing, but has to stick to like the main roads, whereas the biker has the ability to go into smaller spaces, and then the free runners can go into smaller spaces still and like get into like shortcuts that even the biker can't get into. And so it was like, because of how urban it is, they were like how cramped the fucking, and it was like really interesting, like seeing, I can't remember who won. I think the biker won, to be honest, if I remember right. And I think it ended up being like purely because of the stamina, because obviously the free runners are using more energy to get to that bottom point than like the bikers and the person in the car. I would have to look it up. But it was cool. And that was like when parkour was becoming a bigger thing.
We're almost done. We're at 98%. Bing. Free-runner versus motorbike. Oh, maybe that was it then. I thought I remembered a car being involved. Because of it being Top Gear. So I may be misremembering. Thank you, Jester. Yeah, so for anyone interested in what I was just talking about, Jester just put the link in the chat. So I haven't seen it in fucking years, so... It was Top Gear though, right? I didn't misremember that it was Top Gear. Because I thought I remembered there being like a hatchback, like a Citroen or something involved. Unless that was like a different one. Because they were doing a whole bunch of stuff in the same city, maybe. Hooray! The job's complete. Oop. Okay, so. Bing! Oh, okay. In my brain, I put two vids together. There's a car versus a runner as well. Right, okay. That'll be it. DG, that truly was another outstanding effort. Where would we be without your ablutive skill set? We've already had a great many takers for it, though no one's made the summit. Perhaps they'll feel more confident once Indy's back with the crash mats from the abandoned health club. Heck, I might even have a climb myself. Indy challenged me to make it to the top. And, well, they don't know it, but I was actually a bit of a mover and shaker back in the day, you know. So, I've got 2,000 P points and $4,585. That'd be fucking nice, wouldn't it? So, oh, fuck. We've been on stream 3 hours 40. Do we want to stop, or do we want to make a start on the roller disco? This is the debate. Oh, hi Dave. You're alive still, good. See what, while we're in this menu, I'm just gonna try.
Henry slept with my wife.
It works again. Up to you, can hop on call if you want to stop though. Fair. You know what, let me just
Henry slept with my wife.
trying to get this.
Henry slept with my wife.
Fucking come back.
Henry slept with my wife.
Oh, maybe. I think Henry fucked the stream. Okay. Oh. Well, enough playing with Henry. So I think
You know what? I'm gonna jump over to the other screen. Up to my webcam. There we go. And I'm gonna quit out the game. There we go. So hopefully... There we go. How about now? Hopefully it should be a bit more normal. I'm just reloading my stream preview. So it might just be my internet going a bit weird because like just refreshing the page is acting weird on my end. Can you all still... Oh. Okay, cool. Right, so that's fine. Well, what we'll do then is 70% over the last 2 minutes. Jesus, fuck. Okay. Right, okay, so, well, we're going to finish the stream now, okay? We will finish, and then Jester, me, you, and we'll probably talk in Discord for a bit. We're gonna finish stream here. It's not my VPN deciding to. Cool. Right, so we'll finish stream here. I will probably stream again tomorrow night. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. We'll either do more of this, or we can try finish off the stuff that we wanted to do on a bumpy ride. Maybe. We'll figure some stuff out, or you lot can join me while I edit videos, and we can talk shit while editing. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it was good. We will talk a bit more. Like I say, I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. Depending on what time I get, I should be able to, and we'll do stuff. And so yeah, let's find someone to raid, and then we'll finish for tonight. Call tonight. Yeah, we'll call tonight, and then just so we can chat a bit before I go and check Jay's fucking Danganronpa stream. Let's see who's online that we can raid. People there to follow. Made. See, Aurora's sleeping. Fucking Jimmy here's online. Go on Bixler if you want, or private. It's up to you. I don't know. See you later, Krell. Unless you want to join fucking voice chat as well, but depending on what we're doing. Let's see. You're being Bixler. Okay, cool. I will chat to you in a little bit. Let's find someone to raid. Find one of the people that I follow that's small. Or who's in the same category? Now, looking, following. Fuck it. Sorry, I will find someone for us to raid out to in a minute. Doing crawl work. Fair enough. No worries. I will talk to you about that tomorrow as well, Maeve. I should. Okay, fair. I will do. Fuck it. Let's go to okay, I think we'll go over to Melody. Fuck it. They're playing Hollow Knight Silksong, so let's go over there. So I shall see you all tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Like I say, it was a bit of a different stream than usual, but that's because I was like, brain no work. Let's do something chill. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. We will do a stream tomorrow. I'll figure out what we're doing, and I'll let you know how moving mattresses and shit went. So yeah, talk to you all later. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to love each other, and the only good fascist is a fucking dead one. Bye.